Oh, snap! It is Friday, and you are with your two favorite dads talking. Today is gonna be one of those shows that you're gonna probably want to send to all your friends, family, other shit talking buddies, because we have ourselves a guest today that you're absolutely gonna love. I'm telling you, shit talking army, this is going to be one for the record books. We are debuting a brand new segment for us, and we're going to call this Friday with Friends. This is going to be a segment where we will bring on friends from time to time, maybe have a little libation. It's an after hour show. It's not like our normal show. So I would suggest you tell the ladies and the children in your life, it's time for bed, because you might hear some salty language. You might see some people partaking in what my uncle would call back in the day, the brown bottle. This is for adults only, for, the men that like to talk the talk, walk the walk, and for the ladies that can hang on the porch with the big dogs. This is what we're about today. Daniel, my friend, my co-host, my brother, welcome back from COVID. How are you today?
Dude, how am I? Bro, I'm dad sitting while working from home, which was basically turned into a full contact sport at this point, man. I'm surviving on coffee, chaos, and whatever snacks my kids didn't finish. And honestly, that's the most balanced meal I've had all day, man.
All right. Well, welcome, brother. We're glad you're here. We're glad you're feeling better. How's the rest of the family in the COVID treating them?
They're doing well, and we're all getting healthy and back on board of everything. My son Peter, he had a touch of, I believe it was just influenza. So he's doing okay though. So
all right. Well, we're glad that everyone's back healthy and happy in Daniel land. Well, let me tell you today. Oh, well, first let's do the oath.
The oath.
All right, the oath. Left hands up. I pledge allegiance to the STA. United we are strong. Divided we are weak. And don't laugh as much. With liberty and justice for all.
Amen.
Amen. Okay. Well, let's bring on our guest. Now, this person to me has been like besides my sons in my life, there's not another man walking this planet. There's two people. Well, this is one of them I talk about often, that I love more than any other male walking on this earth with two legs. Now, I will tell you this, when I talk a lot about my childhood, and this person is definitely a pivotal point in that childhood. When I came out walking out of my apartment one day, I look over and I see two little boys playing there. One sandy blonde hair, one sandy blonde reddish hair. And I walk up to them because I'd never seen them before. And I'm like, who are you fellas? And they started talking. And I'm like, whoa, Matrix. Like, what language is this? They were talking English, but it's no English I ever heard before. And I'm like, hold on, fellas. Where are you from? And they're like, in their bravado, we're from Long Island. And of course, this is in Texas. And I'm saying, well, where is Long Island? And I'm thinking Europe or something, the way these dudes were talking these accents. And they're like, New York, like only New Yorkers could say it. So I look at them. I said, well, listen here, guys. You're in Texas now. You should probably let me do all the talking, because if you keep talking like that, you're going to get all of our asses kicked. So 44 years later of best friendship later, I would love to introduce to the STA, my day one ace Boone. I won't finish the last part because now I realize that was probably very racist. But if you know it, you know it. My best friend, my brother, my main man in this lifetime. 44 years of best friendship. Some call him Louis J. Nalepa. I call him Special Agent Louis J. Nalepa. We'll go over that. But welcome to the show, my best friend, Lou Nalepa.
Hello,
Welcome,
boys. Hey, how you guys doing tonight?
man. Hey, it's
I see
Friday.
Joseph
Nothing
always
hurts
looking
too
nice.
bad.
Look at that smile. Always Dapper Don over there. And then
Well,
we
hey,
got Daniel in the fucking lion shit. That's
we
what I'm
can't.
saying.
Hey, it was a great win yesterday, though, man.
That's what I'm talking about. Especially with the Cowboys. You don't see no Cowboys gear over here, do you?
Well,
No.
Not after last night's whooping. You don't see no Cowboy
I
gear.
tell you, if I had a private line to Jerry Jones, I would say, brother, what are you doing? One week
Bro,
we
listen.
look like we can beat the world. The next week we look like the
Listen, I'll
world
give
has
him
beat
this.
us.
Listen.
We made you guys look
Here's
like
the thing.
the squad.
CeeDee Lamb
Oh,
took
we did.
a horrific injury, and they still came back, even after losing CeeDee Lamb. Right?
Yeah.
They made it a 3-point game for a minute.
Well, I turned it off after a while because once Daniel started talking shit to me, I couldn't handle it because Daniel's not very good at talking shit, so it just hurt worse. He was whispering, talking shit to me. I'm like, Daniel, say it with your chest.
But you heard it.
Oh, I heard it. And that's why I'm like, I got.
That's all you need tonight, Daniel. That's all you need is the jersey, the hoodie. That's all you need. Just look at me now. How do you like me now?
How you like them apples, right?
That's right. How do you like them apples?
How you like them apples? Well, I don't like them very well, but life as a Cowboy fan, they live to disappoint you. So what do?
They'll get there one of these days.
Well,
Jerry Jones is going to die someday.
He's got to die someday, right? You never want to wish anyone's demise, but I would love to have a winning football team again. Everyone out here is trying to get me to come over to the Broncos. So
hey, same here, man. Same here.
Well, listen, let's go back to Daniel shit. And first of all, I want to say this. I was going to initially address this whole bullshit about the bully stuff. All right? But here's what I'm
hold
saying
on.
about
You
the
can
bully
get to
stuff.
that in a minute. What did you tell me?
I'm going to get – what's that?
What did you tell me the other day when I just introduced you on how I met your ass and couldn't understand your language? Saying knapsack
Well, there was
instead
a
of
joke.
backpack.
Listen, here's the thing. I don't want to be Mark Furman, right? So I don't want to go down that road necessarily. And I still have, from my former life, a potential trial that I may have to go through one day.
Are you going to tell people what your former life was? Or are you going to make them guess?
Yeah, you already have said it a million times. Everybody knows what I did thanks to you.
Well,
but anyway, we'll talk about
say it
that.
again, so in case the people that never heard.
You tell me. I ain't gonna. That's not me, boo. I'm not.
Well, I used to love it when you would spell it out and people couldn't figure it out
because nobody knows it.
they only know it by the acronym. How would you say it when we'd be at the bar and you get these girls with like these white faces, like, what did he just say? Now what I'm shoot. Now it's made me go. It's let's see.
The Drug Enforcement Administration. There you go. Bro.
Drug Enforcement Administration, the DEA.
That's what I did.
Well, he didn't just do it. He did it better than anyone else on the West Coast for a lot of years. We can tell
stories why I think I was a good DEA agent, but that's for another night. That's for another day. That's another Friday with friends. And now you made me lose my whole train of thought. What I was going to say.
You were going to tell. That joke. You're going to tell that joke.
No, that's what you want me to tell. All right, I'll tell the joke. So
tell the joke.
My dad gets transferred, gets a great job he does get a great job in Houston for what he did. Houston, Texas. So he worked in Houston. We moved to the Woodlands.
He was in sanitation. Of course, a New Yorker in sanitation.
No. He was in sewage treatment and water treatment.
Okay. Means all the same to me. Go ahead.
So, but we lived in the Woodlands. My dad was going to make sure we lived in the best place. He commuted a shit ton of miles to get to where he had to go. So in 1981, he moves ahead of us. He goes to Houston, sets up shop. 1982, 6 months later, in May, my mother, my brother, and we all moved to Houston. And I told Joseph, I felt like I stepped off the mothership, right? Like I got a hockey stick in one hand, hockey skates and shit. And it was like people were just, hockey was not a thing. Now they all have hockey teams shit. But you got to remember 1982, there was no hockey in Texas. So that's fine. And we all hook up. And it's like the white kid, the brown kid, the black kid. That was cool. That's how we remember. And there was a joke in the 1980s in Texas. And I'm going to clean this up Joseph could tell it he knows. Everybody can read through the lines and come up with how it was really told. And Joseph.
Okay, first, real quick for the audience. My middle name is Joseph. I went by that most of my life.
No, it's okay. From the get-go. Yes. I know this boy is Joseph. His mama
most of the
calls
world
him Joseph.
Right.
The guy I know is Logan. The guy I know is Logan is his old man.
Right.
So that's right. I wanted to say that ahead of time because I knew that might be a thing. I only know him as Joseph. I'll never call him Logan. So just so we know.
All right, tell the joke.
So anyway, there was a joke in the 80s about, in Texas, the 3 things that Texans fear the most. And it was a black man with a gun, a brown man with a knife, and a Yankee with a U-Haul. Joseph and I fit 2 out of 3 of those things.
Yes,
that's why we connected.
Yes,
that's why we were buddies from the get-go. We didn't know that stuff, but that's it. We were Yankees with a U-Haul. We came from New York to Texas in 1982. Moved into the apartments that Joseph has talked about. Had all of these great experiences, like even some of the stuff that Joseph has talked about. Like it wasn't even just football. It was
everything.
Some things. It was baseball. It was you can't say smear to whatever.
Oh no,
fill it in. That was kill a guy with the ball, right? It was asses up, where you throw the ball, you drop the ball, you get your ass whipped with a racquetball. You remember asses up on the ball?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right. So we played all those games. Those were definitely all the games we played. We swam.
Well, the cool thing was you walk out your door, and there was always enough kids around to do something.
To do whatever you want to do.
And I tell people
whatever you want to do
about the swimming pool there with the 13-foot deep swimming pool.
Yeah, no, that was fun.
No lifeguard, diving board. We play sharks and minnows.
Yeah,
I mean, it was all day. I mean, you go play something out in 300-degree heat. No water bottles. I don't think I ever remember leaving the house with a water bottle.
Never.
We go play all day out in the heat, and then we cap it off by going and jumping in the pool and being there for a few hours.
It was great. Yeah, we did. We did it all.
Really a magical
and so
place to live.
You were looking like boom there, we were the far left.
Yeah.
And Joseph's and Shirley, which that's a whole nother topic, it was to the far right, and then we had some people in the middle. So we were in the same building, but just at the opposite. We were the bookends, right?
Exactly.
And we just and we got there in May, so we got to meet at like the ideal time because it was summer. So all we got to do was play, like what kids used to do.
Right.
Back in 1982, right? We played whatever game it would be, like Joseph said, kickball, baseball, football, kill a man with the ball, like everything.
Jumping bikes. We make it building forts.
Everything. We just
you guys had to
went
be home
crazy
by the time lights turn or the street lights turned on. Is that?
Yeah, probably. And the funny thing too is, I say this too because Joseph has mentioned, I don't know, ad nauseum about how fast he is. He was fast because, like, tonight would be his. He'd have to be home by fucking sundown, right?
Right.
So I was like, no, because
I was raised Seventh-day Adventist,
if you ain't home, he's gonna get a beat down. That's why he's fast because he had to beat the son home on Friday night because Shirley would whoop his ass if he wasn't home.
That is true.
That's hilarious.
But I wanted to address the whole bully shit. But what I don't want is the 4th episode of Mean Girls. So I'm going to leave it alone. All right? It's fine. It's just
tell your piece. You were the bully who wasn't there. Like I've told you for 44 years. You're lucky I didn't have to kick your ass. It was Brett that took the ass whooping.
It's your story. It's your story. You tell it. All I can say is it's fucking 2026 in 3 weeks, and here we are still talking. So I couldn't have been that good of a bully, right? I must have been the shittiest bully on earth if we're still fucking talking.
You're a memorable bully.
And he was also, what he left out of that whole story was he was also friends with my little brother. What do big brothers do to little brothers and their friends? like you could call bull. It's picking on them. That's what you did. So Joseph is like the middle brother of the three. So, and we are equally 2 years, 2 years, and 2 years.
That is true. We are
As
too.
it
So
works
I
out.
was a little
And
brother.
so we both had, like, things he did with Neil,
which is his younger brother.
With Neil, but then also Joseph, like he said, he was an athlete. So he when you're gonna play sports with the older kids. You got to. That ain't me. One of you two don't got your goddamn phones turned off.
No, my computer's hooked to my wife's phone. So my kids, of course, I told them don't be on your social stuff or whatever because it hits this. But of course, they don't listen.
So anyway, that's how it started. So we hit it off famously.
Well, one of the things I wanted to talk about, just to kind of introduce just how different life was then compared to us being parents now. We're all three parents. All three have boys. One of the most interesting, I mean, Lou and I can go on. We have stories for stories, and I'm sure we'll tell them a lot. But we wanted to start with our childhood, and this will probably become like a series because, again, with 44 years of friendship, with his former career, with me not always being the nice Christian boy I was raised to be, we have some times between us. But one of the first stories I would love to tell that people that only Texas folks can probably relate to, or people that maybe you even, Daniel, living in the Midwest, because there is like the Michigan militia types and all this. But one of the most fun stories I like to tell about our friendship that made it so unique is Lou was a lot of firsts for me. Lou taught me how to ride a motorcycle. He taught me how to shoot my first gun. A lot of firsts came with me hanging out with this guy. And speaking of guns, one of the stories that I love to go back to is the Woodlands at that time was growing. And like I've said on some occasions, what made that apartment complex so great was that you had people like my mom and I. Again, I was like first generation single mom, but we had people like Lou and his family who moved in, and they lived in the apartment for a short time because they were waiting for their house to be built. And the Woodlands at that time was all new. So pretty much almost anywhere you went in and around the city that wasn't already established, there were new roads being cut, new neighborhoods being put in, and it's called the Woodlands. So again, you were out in the woods. So there was always, woods and places for boys to go escape to. And one of the places that we used to love to go and cause mischief was down at the bayou. And so in this particular case,
the bayou was the place to go.
It was like 10 of us boys. Lou's the oldest. He's probably around 12 years old at this time. I'm 10.
The oldest.
Yeah, he's the oldest.
The oldest at 12 or 13, right?
Well, and I think he was like the only one around that age. Maybe there might have been an 11-year-old or so, but he was clearly the oldest. And there was 10 of us boys going down to the bayou, and we're all armed with guns. Like just walking down the street like a gang of us, all armed with guns and all the ammunition you can imagine. I mean, and these aren't BB guns, my friend. These aren't pellet guns. These are actual, put real bullets in it, spin the little revolver, ding, 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 guns. And as a parent today, I could never imagine sending my youngest is 12. Like, here, you and your 9 or 8, 10 friends, take your guns and head on outside down to the. And what's crazy about Texas is obviously we go down the bayou and we're blowing shit up. Not a single cop was called. Not, there was no parent cop. There was no Karen that came and knocked on your door later and be like, I can't believe your kid was dragging my kid out with guns. And nobody had problem getting a gun. It was like, everyone meet back here in 10 minutes. We're going to all go down to the bayou and shoot stuff. It's just blows my mind, the things that we were able to do.
But what's tough to understand for people listening is Joseph's mom. Like, the leap of faith that woman had to take. how she became. Her and my mom still talk. Like it's
yeah.
not even Joseph and I. It's my
Right.
mom and Shirley still talk to this day. They've been close forever. And this woman, Joseph's mom, somehow, I don't want to say endeared herself, but somehow accepted this crazy New York family that was just.
Hold on. Let me tell the first time that how our parents met. So my mother had this rule when I was a kid that I couldn't go into people's houses,
Which is a good rule.
Unless she got, yeah, my mother was ahead of her time on many things.
It's a good rule.
yeah. My mother was ahead of her time on many things. And so she had a rule that I could not go into someone's house unless she had gone into the house first and inspected. And if you knew my mom, it's white glove. She's inspecting everything. She's not going to miss, any minute detail in that environment. So one day there's a pounding at our door and my mother goes to answer it. She's never met Lou's parents, and his dad was Big Lou. Her name is Thelma. And they're staying, and my mother's 5'2", so which I've mentioned before. Now, Big Lou is a big guy. I mean, he as a kid he felt like a giant. Now,
but he's still about 6'3".
You're not so big, but at the time, I mean,
he's about 6'3".
I know, but he has a presence to him too.
Oh, he has a big personality.
He's a big personality. Yeah, he's
my dad. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's no joke.
We should all be on this talking. You want to have some fun?
Oh yeah, we got to get him on one day. So there's a pounding at the door. My mother goes and answers the door, and this is how she's greeted. And I'm sure there was some language involved, knowing your parents.
No, I don't think so. Probably
we'll
not.
Clean it up. But your dad booms out at her. Who the hell do you think you are that that your kid can't come into our house? Now, Big Lou is Big Lou, and he kind of. How would you describe your dad then? I mean, I don't know.
That was before.
That was before.
Did you see the picture I sent you today?
Yes.
That was before that.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But his mom had at that time, was coming out of the 70s, early 80s. So his mom kind of well, you're too young, but for those of you out there that remember the Dukes of Hazzard, his mom kind of had that Daisy Duke appeal to her. She was wearing 6-inch heels. She's got
get those 6-inch heels. Get the hell out.
6-inch. That's how my mother tells it. I'll call her and she'll get her on the line. 6-inch heels.
We've done that before, bro.
The Daisy Duke shorts. I mean, his mom has this beautiful red hair. This mane, and it's so. As my mother described her, she looked like sex on a stick. And she's like, "Who are these people at my door?" And so she looks at Big Lou and says, "Well, first of all, I don't know who you are." And of course, they got these New York booming accents. And she says, "But if I choose not to have my son go into your house, it's because I'm his mother. And that's the reason why he's not allowed in your house if I say so." And the crazy thing is, my mother, she's a preacher's kid, Southern Baptist raised, became a Seventh-day Adventist, another very conservative religion. And then here are these folks, the polar opposite folks that you would think that would ever
of everything
become friends.
Really good friends, close.
Really good friends, yeah. I mean,
close.
Very, very good friends. That here they are at the door, and it's like, how did these two polar opposites? And my mother can be very judgmental. Let's not forget that too. I mean, she could be very like, nope, not doing it. So to have them become such close friends and us become such close friends.
The whole Nalepa experience and the Jordan experience is just a very interesting thing because, we grew up in New York, right? So we didn't call people. We didn't say yes, sir, yes, ma'am. So when we met Joseph's mom, we instantly called her Shirley. Joseph, as fucking 40-year-old adults, have had arguments like, "Why do you call my mother Shirley?" I don't know. Ask your mother. Like, I have no idea. Like, I call her Shirley. I will say this. Do you remember Coach Campbell and Knox?
Of course. Yeah, that's why I started shaving my head.
So at Knox, right? Texas.
That's our junior high that we went to, Knox.
Junior high. right? He talked about it, I think.
Mhm.
So I played basketball because they didn't have a soccer team, and they sure shit didn't have a fucking hockey team. So
No.
I played basketball. Hate it. My son likes to give me. So anyway, don't matter. Coach Campbell one day said something to me, and I said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, yeah," and I'm like, "Is that how you talk to your parents?" I said, "Yeah." I mean, like, I'm fucking from New York. I'm not some fucking hick ass person from where the fuck you're from, bro. So yeah, I'd say I talk to my parents, but to extrapolate that to Joseph, we always called Shirley. My brother and I are the only two human beings on Earth, right? Have we not had battles? He has called his mother at 3:00 in the morning from a fucking bar in Portland. Like, why did you let them call you Shirley? He can't even get over it.
The thing is because again, my mother is a little Southern Baptist debutante kind of a person, that's true Southern belle, that stands on formality over almost everything. If you ever get a chance to meet her, you'll understand. But I have taken so much grief as an adult, where my adult friends in the Pacific Northwest, everyone's very casual, very lax, very, I went to school in Montana, so it started there. So Montana to the Pacific Northwest, people are just, and here in Colorado, even people are they don't stand on formality here. So when my adult friends,
this was in the 80s,
my mother, and they call her Shirley, she gets uber offended and makes my life just a living hell. And it's just, I mean, I've had to break up with girls over it. I mean, it's been a thing. So for these two little knothead boys from New York to be calling her Shirley from day one and her not mind it, it's always been the great mystery of how is that possible? And I only think
you know how it's possible, bro?
Because you were from New York and you were such an alien, so different. And my mother always wanted to go to New York to the fashion district.
What's that? We're authentic.
You were definitely.
It doesn't mean anything. She gets it. What does she call me to this day? If I call your mom right now, she'd say, "Oh, my son." Would she not?
After 44 years, yes, you're definitely.
She always says, "Oh, my son." So there you go.
Well, I thought
maybe I should call her mom.
That is true.
So, but we have a history. But I want to tell you a little bit. So, how's everybody's day? So, I want to say, let's talk about some shit. I want to get Daniel's opinion, and I want to get Joseph's opinions. So this morning, I'll tell you, I woke up. I went to bed in a pissy mood. And this is Dad's talking shit. This is really going to be Dad's talking shit. Pissy fucking mood, right? I don't know why I went to bed like that. I don't know, So I got a 100-pound dog. So this morning, I got a 100-pound dog. Joseph knows my dog. That's going to be a whole
He's always had Dobermans his whole life, right? Mm-hmm.
So this little bastard sits there and he whines and cries. And why he cries is because he wants to be covered. He's on his little dog bed. And my wife does not fucking budge. She is literally 2 feet from his dog bed and sleeps right the fucking through it, right? So I know it's that kind of morning, like, I could probably get more sleep if I didn't have to deal with this shit. But once I get out of bed, I know it's over, right? So I get up, cover him, because that's what he wants. Boom, there you go. There's your fucking blanket. Get up, turn my coffee on, come out, sit on the couch. And then my phone rings. 7:30. There's only one human being on this earth that calls me before the sun rises. One person. And my phone tells you who's calling. And it ain't Dad. That's the only fucker that calls me, before the sun. So I answer the phone. And then I get music. Hold music. You fucking kidding me?
I hate that.
You kidding me? And then I get a woman who English is not her fucking first language, right? And I was
Philippines or India. Which one was it?
Hispanic, probably.
Oh, okay.
And I was, like I said, I was agitated this morning. I went to bed agitated. And Daniel, you're a tech guy, right?
Yes, I am.
So I want to ask you some shit. Hold that thought. This is going to be a long, you might have to edit this to two things, because I got a question for you later. But anyway, a woman comes on and says, Lewis. So I'm like, yeah. So I want to talk about property on 115th Way. I'm like, let me stop you there. First, that's my fucking father. And two, where I fucking live, it is not even fucking 8 o'clock. So you motherfuckers, and then it went beep, 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 and they hung up. So now I'm really agitated. Right? So then my dumb ass, everybody thinks, why is Joseph freezing over there? You good? You got me?
Oh,
Joseph
good.
doesn't
Yeah.
have me. All right. So then
I have you.
So then my dumb ass thinks, like, people think I'm a retired guy. And I'm embarrassed sometimes to say I'm retired because I look way too young to be retired. So I go join the retired clan at Costco today. And
You did what at Costco?
Just shop.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
But the retired guy, they're all fucking blue hairs. They're using their goddamn things as walkers. And then you got the people serving fucking samples. Like, get the fuck out of my way. I can't take it. I was just in a bad mood. I was just in a really fucking pissy mood. People there pissed me off on the goddamn phone. Then the fucking Costco pissed me off. And then I went out with my dog, right? Oh, you know me. My dogs are my happy place. Then I used to have a glass, right? I had a fucking glass a year ago. My stepson and his girlfriend bought me this nice whiskey glass. Had 2 Dobermans, Jack and Ace.
Right.
Can't find the fucking thing. Where's Jack and Ace? Call my wife. Where's my glass? I think my sister broke it.
Oh, no.
Are you fucking... Like, when the fuck did you think you should tell me that?
Exactly.
When the fuck do you think I tell? Like, when I'm looking for my glass, or should you say, like, give me a fucking heads up, bitch? So tomorrow, the way I'm pissy is because I got to go to a fucking Christmas party tomorrow that I don't want to go to with her sister. But
why was her sister had your glass? What was she using your glass for?
She was just here and fucking broke my glass. That's been the glass I use. That's my boys. You know me and my dogs, dude. There's
I know you and your dogs.
Me and my dogs. Tighter, like. When were you
Well,
going to tell me that she broke my fucking glass? That goes
back to our childhood as well, as that. I mean, again, what made our friendship and our parents' friendship so whatever is that, unfortunately, Lou's parents went through a divorce when we were kids. So much so that my mother helped smuggle his mother out of the situation. I mean, we love Big Lou. He's an amazing person. We'll bring him on the show. But Big Lou has gone through he's morphed into he has many different lives. He could be a movie series. He's an amazing case study individual. He could be his own TV movie. He's a lot of things, but
listen. He's different.
Hold on. Let me finish this one thought. Right. But so my mother helped smuggle his. Like women do, they band together. My mother helped smuggle his mother to quote unquote safety. So even as adults, we were in our 40s. We lived a mile down the street from each other on the same road, just a mile down the street. I was north, he was south.
There is so much history in between that.
Well, I know, but hold on. I'm just telling this one quick little ditty, and then we'll get back to it. But so my mother lives with us, as people have heard, and Lou's dad would come to visit now with his new wife. And of course, he wanted to see my mom all the time. And he wanted to see my mom. And my mother, there was always an excuse why my mother couldn't come over. And so eventually I said to my mother, I said, look, I can't keep coming up with excuses for you. Like, this is your other son. This is your other son. You love him. But, it's of course he wants you to come over and say hi to his dad. But the thing is, the last thing my mother remembered of his father from, I don't even have 40 years or 30 years before, or whatever it was his dad was screaming at my mother, if you don't fucking tell me where Thelma is, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And like I said, my mother holds on ceremony. Like, you tell her something, she's now, my mother being the true hog she is, even though she was a single mom, you know, there was no deadbeat dad, the whole thing in my life going on. My mother was a true soldier and was like, and again, my mother's 5'2", his dad's 6'3", big presence, big guy. My mother just gave him like, I ain't telling you shit. If you want to get froggy, I'll be your huckleberry. You come on and kill me if you think you want to, but I'll go to my death, but you will never know where that woman is. I got her tucked away. So when we talk about our friendship from then to now, and for Lou at that time, because of all the turmoils of his family and the dynamic, and there's even so much more he can talk about if he likes to, but when he got his first Doberman, that was his therapy, that was his comfort, that was his protection, that was someplace he could put his love in, the one entity that loved him back unconditionally without any strings attached. So when he talks about his dogs, which I'm sure we'll cover Sus, because she was in many great stories of us from the childhood as well. Most of them Lou embellishes on about me being scared of her.
Because you don't embellish. You don't embellish. You fucking kidding me, bro? I love you like, you know.
But
you are my
so
brother.
So
you
I mean,
my
so
brother, my brother didn't talk to me for fucking a decade.
Well, it was 12 years actually, I think, but whatever.
Right.
Who's counting?
But who's counting? Who's counting?
Who's counting? Well, I was just trying to get in on his inheritance, you know, that he was forfeiting, you know. I always try to tell Big Lou, hey, you got another son here. The cool thing for older white men to do is to adopt a middle-aged black man. That's when you know you've made it. You know, that's when you can say, I've made it. I got myself one.
And my dad was into his black men, man. One time, my dad's shop was like all Hispanic and black dudes, right? And they fucking loved them.
Oh yeah.
And
Big Lou
one time they
guy.
had my truck and they had a tape, and I had like a lot of Motown and shit like that. And they come back and like, are you sure you're his dad? Because he might have a fucking black father. Like that is the thing I love about my parents, that
that they taught you.
No, not even taught me. It just there was so much dysfunction in my parents. But what they didn't even need to teach was that race or that shit just never entered our world. It didn't fucking matter. And I am so thankful for that.
Because they didn't teach you race, but it was really more of, we're Long Islanders and there's everybody else. That's where it was. So, go figure it out.
Well, if you were a black Long Islander, then you were fucking fine.
You were in there. You're in there.
So
well,
Daniel,
we're going almost 40 minutes here.
So we can't go longer? We can. I
don't know, how long can we download for, Daniel?
Dude, we have like 12 hours. We could download.
There you go.
Oh, I didn't know how long it allowed you to shoot a show for.
Let's not do
it.
I bet you Daniel can edit it into 2 shows almost. But I want to ask Daniel some shit, because we're talking about our childhood.
Yeah,
right?
Go ahead.
So, and we did all these things, and you grew up outside of Detroit. I guarantee you didn't grow up in Detroit, right?
No, in Metro Detroit, western suburb.
Suburb. And did you play sports and stuff?
Yeah, I did track. I played basketball, soccer. Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah.
And how old were you when you stopped playing sports?
High school.
Oh, you went all the way to high school. Okay. I would have guessed you earlier.
So let me ask you this.
No, freshman year. That was it.
Okay.
But you're a tech guy. Is that what you do for a living?
Yeah. I build websites.
He's the owner of OnPoint Media.
Yep.
All right, so let me ask you this, Daniel. I'm going to ask you this, because this is really going to be 3 dads talking shit. But I want to know something, bro. So a year ago, my other Doberman, I have 2 Dobermans, My other Doberman died almost a year ago. So my wife and I were on fucking YouTube, Googling heart, blah, 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 blah. And then last night, I'm laying in bed, right, watching YouTube. And 3 fucking videos popped up about guys having their last days with their dog. And I'm like, I'm thinking this fucking algorithm thinks, well, you Googled this shit, so there's no way your dog's still fucking alive a year from now, right? So now I'm like, fuck Google. I turned it off. Not Google, but YouTube, Google. Like,
YouTube's
is that an
like
algorithm? Like, they say, like, that dog can't still be alive. So we're going to post this shit. No?
It's all about search history, man.
YouTube thinks I'm a 200-pound black 45-year-old black woman looking for a man, because I always get stuck on those stupid relationship things. And now that's what they send me all the time is, how do I find a man at 45 years old and I'm 300 pounds? You know, lose some. I always get Kevin Samuels who says, lose some weight, bitch. You're not going to get a 6-figure man weighing 300 pounds. You're the size of a running back. Stop it. So,
well, listen, Daniel, can I tell you a funny story? Joseph needs to cover his ears. So over a year ago, finally, me, my brother, and Joseph. I haven't talked to my brother. That's a whole nother fucking story that'll blow this army away. But finally, May a year ago, we all kind of hook up again. Me, Joseph, and my brother.
Because your brother lives out here in Colorado Springs.
Yeah, he lives in Colorado Springs.
And
So
he's going through
he had back surgery. And I hadn't talked to him in 12 years, but I went out. Long story. I don't want to do the surgery. Yeah. I don't want to bore your fucking followers, but I pay for my mother's phone. So I was able to figure out, who my brother would call. So I called my brother one night. And my wife told me I couldn't call if I drank whiskey, but she wasn't home. So the only way I was going to call him is I drank some whiskey. So I drank whiskey that night. What the fuck's he doing?
I'm re-anting up. Don't worry about me. Keep talking.
So anyway,
he has his own sidebar in the
we
office.
go to so I talked to my brother. He's got a back surgery, so I'm like, I'll come out and hang with you, bro. Right? So then Joseph drives down, and we'll get back into the bullying shit, because if you ever get my brother on this, he's pretty cutting, right? So I remember one time Joseph came out of the fucking bathroom with his towel on, and my brother's like, hey, it's Fat Albert. Like, my brother is the biggest fucking dick. Is he not?
Well, and it's not like he's the bad. It's not like he's Lou Ferrigno.
Hey, it's Fat. Do you know Fat Albert? Do you know that? Do you even know that, Daniel?
Where they go.
And I think your brother weighs more than I do.
It. Daniel knows it. Bill Cosby.
Yo. What are you drinking over there? Logan, Corona over there?
What do you drink? I haven't seen you drink shit tonight.
No,
So you're going to edit this, right? If we talk for 2 hours, you can make this 2 shows?
Sure, I could.
I know you could. So we talked about that. So I'm a year into my dogs. Joseph knows about me and my dogs, right? Joseph, help me here. I can't.
No.
Bail me out here.
Well, the thing is that the cool thing about Lou and I is that there's not really, is besides a short period of time when, again, his parents split up and they moved back east, the whole family kind of all went back there in different sections. So they went back east.
Not quite that quick. There's a lot of story in between that.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying, you and I, we were always in each other's lives except for that small little snippet of time when you guys moved back east and then college happened.
Right.
So we were best friends growing up, and we really have missed the biggest subject. Again, I grew up in this
Bo Derek.
I grew up in this. Do you even know who Bo Derek is, Daniel?
So let me
Hold on. Hold on. I want
for
to
a
know. Do you
minute.
know who Bo Derek
Let me
is?
say my side. You say
I'll
your side.
Google him.
Don't Google it until I want you to answer. Then I'm gonna have you go Google it.
All right.
Okay.
Do you know who Bo Derek is off the top of your head?
I've heard the name, don't know though.
Okay, because Daniel's 33. He's a little younger than us. I want you to go Google Bo Derek 10, the number 10.
Yes.
That's all you need to know.
So with all the guns and the motorcycle shit, right? So we moved into our house. So like Joseph said, we were.
This is another thing a parent would not do as of today, especially in the neighborhoods in which we live currently.
Well, I don't know about parents, but I guarantee Shirley wouldn't be on board with it.
Well, she wasn't on board with it then, but she couldn't tell your parents what to do with their house.
So anyway,
I think my mother only came to your house when you first moved in, like right before you were moving in, like when it was done, and people are all excited before they can move in. They have their friends over to tour it. I think that's when my mother came over. Besides picking me up at some other point in time, because they lived about a half mile up the road at that point.
But
go ahead,
it wasn't
Luke.
far. It wasn't.
Okay, do you have Bo Derek 10 up, Daniel?
I do.
Okay.
You know
you have her in the swimsuit? What you got her in?
Can you pull it up on the screen?
Can you show the audience? Can you show your screen?
And I'll tell you if it is. It's a tan. It's dreads.
Flesh color. Yeah.
Flesh. Yeah, and dreads.
This one.
Yeah, she had the beads.
Nice.
Yeah. Can you show
Everyone always thinks of the Williams sisters, but Bo Derek.
There you go.
There you go. That's it.
That was kind of it, but
I mean, you got to blow it.
Well, you got it right there. That's it. That one.
But she did Tarzan. She did a few other things, but there you go. You can see it a little bit clearer. But at the time, she was like the it girl at the time. She was before Pamela Anderson and all the rest of
the hottest thing going.
And
my dad had her at the garage when you walked into the house. That was Bo Derek.
He had a life-size
John Lennon and Bo Derek.
A life-size poster of her, like
it
6 feet tall.
That's Joseph. It was a fucking poster. It wasn't a life-size.
Who was it? Didn't Shawshank Redemption have a poster of her too?
Ooh, I can't remember. Maybe.
I don't know, but every red-blooded American male should. And I'll tell you this. She was still hot in the Chris Farley movie when she played the stepmom.
Oh, I don't think she's ever not been hot. She's just gotten older. But at the time, it was a life-size poster. It was like 6 foot tall and about 4 feet wide. But she was nude in that picture.
No, she was in the flesh.
Bro, it was the Tarzan one. It wasn't.
There was nipples. Nipples.
She was topless.
Oh my god!
It was Tarzan. It was the Tarzan one with the dude with her. But as coming from a Christian, sheltered, going to church every Saturday, sundown to sundown, as Lou was talking about the Sabbath, and this whole thing, me going over to his house. They always thought I was so enamored with the Harleys that his dad ended up getting.
Oh no, we did not.
But Bo Derek and I, she was a major part of my adolescence. Of like, I knew I wasn't gonna be part of any alphabet soup. I knew where my bread was buttered.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you a story. Here's how you know, like Joseph's saying. So my wife and I, we have stories to tell, but I had a death threat that ultimately maybe be in Hawaii. We'll talk about that some other fucking night. But one night we're on the beach in Hawaii. That's where they sent me ultimately. And the beach was all these naked women, right? Topless women, not naked. And my son was like looking. I'm like, you know what, sir? At least we know we're not going to have that conversation one day that says, Mom and Dad, I think I'm gay. At least we know we're not going to have fucking that. Not that that's a bad thing. Because I don't want to fucking offend all the army, but my kid, listen, I'll say this too, because one time I took, to Alex, boobies were food, right? So my kid breastfed, and my wife and I were going, and Joseph would tell my wife's got the best fucking legs. She told me I couldn't talk about her. I said, I'm going to talk about you eventually, but my wife's got the best legs, right? Come on.
Don't worry, Daniel's wife, he can't talk about her either. I'm the only one talking about my wife on the show.
I'm talking about it. Does my wife not have the best legs?
I guess I'm the only one not afraid of getting divorced or feeling like
no,
I can
you
get
hide it
back out
behind
there
all the bullshit. You hide it on the bullshit, bro. You're not fucking talking about it. You're hiding it. Oh my god.
I didn't hide it. I didn't hide. Hey, we can talk about it. We can talk about
Joseph,
it.
you tell me, bro. Does my wife not have the best legs?
No, Lou's wife. This is how funny it is. Every time I would look over at Lou's wife, and Lou's wife she's English, like pure English, like from
her
English.
family, not her.
Yeah, but wasn't she born over there? I think she was born there, wasn't she?
No, she wasn't, but some of her family was.
Okay, well, her parents are
some
from
of her
England.
Brothers and sisters were.
Right, but so she's pure English. You can't kill them people. And we'll talk about Pete, God rest his soul, one day, her twin brother.
He would love us talking about that. Fucker would love us talking about him.
Amazing human being. But his wife has a very athletic build. And every time I look over to her, I'm like, are you working out? Like, what are you doing? Because she have her cuts and things. And every time she'd be pregnant. Now, they had some miscarriages and things happen. But his wife, if in another universe, if she was around different people, she went to Hawaii, became kind of a surfer girl person. But if she went to Hawaii or went to Venice Beach and ran into Lou Ferrigno and Arnold and all those dudes down in Venice, his wife literally could be a bodybuilder. She could have done it. She has the natural build and she has very nice legs and the whole deal. And she doesn't put any effort into it. It's just she wakes up and God blessed her.
Here I am. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah. But we won't talk about her tonight. We got plenty of fucking time to talk about her.
Well,
and her dumbass family. And that's why I'm pissed off today, because I got to go to a goddamn party tomorrow. So I'm going to ask you guys this. So here's what I'm pissed off. Not pissed off. This is what I'm aggravated.
What sister broke the glass? Was it Claire or Fiona?
Fucking Fiona.
Oh, shit. I was hoping it was the rich one. I'd go hit her up for the money to get you a new glass.
No, so here's why I'm fucking agitated, bro, because of Fiona. So, but I'm going to preface this all because Fiona will actually listen to this. She has definitely given us the fucking green light to talk about all the shit that happened in that hostage shit. So she's cool with that and wants to talk about that. Why does it look like he keeps freezing?
Oh, no, I'm just not moving.
Oh, well, fucking move, bro. So anyway.
Come on, Logan.
So I gotta go to this party tomorrow, right? So I want to ask you guys, like, it's the same fucking family. So they've only done, this is gonna be the third year of this so-called family party. But her other sister's done it way before I fucking was even in this family. I think that's what agitates me, because I also feel like I always got to fucking perform with my food and cook shit, right? So we got this stupid fucking party tomorrow.
Are you doing the cooking?
No, but I am good. That's what I always say. Yeah. It's all alcohol, and then bring what you want, and it's fucking chips.
Lou's a good cook, by the way. Lou's damn near a chef.
So why I've been agitated, I think, is because why the fuck you have all this alcohol, you have chips and cookies. That's not what you need at a party. So I've been racking my brain trying to figure out shit to cook. And then I came up one thing in the shower the other night. And Daniel, do you know what a Texas Twinkie is?
Oh, he doesn't know what a Texas Twinkie is.
So I'll tell you what a Texas Twinkie is. So it is a jalapeno. So it's basically a jalapeno popper on steroids, right? So you make the jalapeno, but you smoke the cream cheese. It has brisket in it. Then it's also wrapped in bacon. So
you hollow out the jalapeno, right, and stuff it, and then wrap it with the bacon.
So I want to deconstruct that for this party, right? So I thought, all right, I'll still smoke the cream cheese a little bit with, and then wrap it with the bacon. So I want to deconstruct that for this party, right? So I thought, all right, I'll still smoke the cream cheese a little bit with, and then wrap it with the bacon. So I want to deconstruct that for this party, right? So I thought, all right, I'll still smoke the cream cheese a little bit with, seasoning, and then, but I'm gonna mix it all. I'm gonna saute the jalapenos and all that shit, and I'm gonna make a nice and the bacon, and make a nice filling. But I'm gonna wrap it in not a wonton, but help me out here, boys.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking of the wonton, or like
Not
the
a
egg,
wonton,
like
or
like the egg roll wrapper, like the egg
right?
roll.
So
Yeah,
I thought I'd wrap it in that and then deep fry
and
all
deep
that
fry it.
good
Yeah,
shit in that, right?
right.
And then dip it in barbecue sauce. So that's what I thought I was gonna do. But then it dawned on me, like, I'm gonna do party ribs. So you slice all these ribs and smoke them. And it takes a little bit of time because there's no fucking protein at this stupid party. You drinking all this fucking drink. There's no protein. So then I thought I'll do ribs, party ribs. So you slice them, smoke them, then you put them in a container. Then it's brown sugar, it's honey,
So
it's butter.
what's the dilemma besides you're making me fucking hungry here? Now I need to go eat. Like,
Well,
Well,
what's the
I
problem?
want to
That
know you
sounds
guys
great.
which one I should do.
Do
Oh,
all of them.
yeah, I'm thinking all the
Dude,
above.
you sound like
That's
my
a lot of
wife.
work, though.
It's
A
a fucking
sampler.
lot of work.
A
How
sampler.
many people are going to be at the party?
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Well, I mean, you got
One-
your family. Does Claire all her kids come home?
No, that's at Claire's party. This is Fiona's party.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay.
No, this is like 2 years ago. We're gonna start a party. And last year I got everything. You know, I got everything because my dog died and my dog was sick. And you know me, bro.
No,
My dog is the most special thing to me in the world, right?
Well,
So
my
I
dog
got
died
all.
at the same time your dog did. Our dogs died like weeks apart. It was
They did.
crazy. Yeah, it was crazy. Well, shit, those both sound so good.
So what do I do?
Do the ribs. I would do the ribs.
Boom. That's what I'm talking about.
I was thinking
And
ribs,
I'll tell
but
you what, because
but I
Joseph,
kinda
I
want
know
the-
Joseph gave you a hard time by describing. I'll tell you, these ribs are fucking sweet. You put a little spice. They're spicy. They bite off the bone. They're fucking succulent.
Well, I'll give
That's
you a
what he
quick story
wanted you to
about.
explain. Joseph
I'll give
wanted you,
you-
these pies.
I'll give you a quick story
Fuck
about
outta here.
Lou's ribs that will always make his ribs very endeared to our family. Years ago, I can't even remember how old she was, but you know,
Oh,
Layla was probably
She
was she
young, bro.
first, second grade. It was something like that. Layla one
She
day
was
just
young.
decided she stopped eating, just stopped, like stopped, and she wouldn't eat and wouldn't eat. We were taking her specialist, and I mean, Lou actually recommended a guy. You know, that guy got busted downtown Camas, that chiropractor.
No,
guy
he got
named-
busted because of fucking his take on COVID.
politics, yeah, and stuff. But
COVID.
so he
Anyway,
he
but he was awesome, right? Don't tell
he
me
was
wasn't
awesome,
good.
and he recommended. So we went to these specialists and stuff because of him. It was amazing, and so my daughter didn't eat for like 8 months. I mean,
But
she
I
was
had the
surviving.
same shit with my kid.
She was surviving off of like protein shakes. We were part of a multi-level marketing thing at the time, and they had amazing protein shakes. So she was basically surviving that off of that, and maybe a little ice cream. But the crazy thing is when
See my
she
dog open the fucking thing.
I was wondering what's going on.
He
There.
opened. This Jack opened the fucking thing and went out. My dog's he's a pretty smart motherfucker. Anyway, go ahead.
So the crazy thing is when she decided to go back to eating, one of the first things that she ate when we knew that she could become healthy again was Uncle Lou's ribs. And so even to this day, I mean, she's 15 years old. Anytime that we go anywhere and there's ribs involved, she always asks, are these going to be as good as Uncle Lou's ribs? And I said, no, honey, there will nothing be able to replace, you know, those ribs for what that signified for us at that moment as a family. And
But
only
Daniel,
true brotherhood
Daniel?
could make that happen.
my pizza's even better. I don't
Yeah, he
do
does
Detroit style. I like
He
Detroit.
does
pizza.
make a mean pizza.
Yeah.
I will give him that.
I'm gonna figure it out one day. But my pizza is better than my ribs. But
Those-
Detroit pizza is fucking good. Right? Tell me about it. Right?
Lou, you got to try, if you haven't already, look up Buddy's Pizza.
Try what?
Try Buddy's Pizza.
Buddies?
Yeah, it's
Did they freeze it? Is it?
So you have to
Did
go
they
up.
sell it?
You have to go up to Detroit to get it, but
But
you can
Detroit
make it.
pizza's fucking good, bro.
It is.
There's a place here, Nova Pizza, that sells Detroit pizza. It's good. Listen, I'll eat a lot of pizza. Like, I think it's good. I do like Detroit pizza, but come on, is that your thing? Like, you gotta love your Detroit pizza, right, bro?
Yeah, I have to.
You have to own it, bro. Own it.
It's Buddy's Pizza,
man. He's a Chicago person now, so he can't claim Detroit pizza. He's probably about that Chicago deep dish.
No, but that's actually not. So
now, hey, real quick.
Hold on, time out.
So Lou, you can have an exorcism. Lou is one of the people that had a problem with your whole Detroit Chicago thing. He couldn't understand it.
Bro. I did. Because here's the thing, bro. You got to be like, I grew up a Giants fan, but my kid moved here, and
Well, you had your kid there. He didn't move there. He was born.
No, I moved here, and I had a kid here,
right.
And you got Seattle. You can be fucking both. Like, I rooted for Seattle for my kid, but I know where my heart is. You don't fucking need to choose one or the other. You don't. You can be both. The problem with your shit is they're in the fucking same division. That's where you got the fucking problem.
Hey, except for hockey.
Yeah, except for hockey. And listen, it ain't like the Detroit Red Wings haven't been a fucking good team.
That's a dynasty, man. Like the Red Wings.
Stop your shit. Bow up and say I'm a fucking Detroit dude.
I am.
You gotta be.
He was claiming Chicago now. His Detroit people got upset with him.
Well, like I said,
don't be, bro. Own it.
So we've been going an hour. I think we should wrap it up. But before we do that, I want Lou to tell one quick story.
Here we go.
Let's do the Fiona. Since you teased it already, let's do that one real quick so they can look forward to the next time.
The Fiona story?
Huh?
The Fiona story?
Yeah.
That's gonna be another fucking 30 minutes.
We got 50 hours.
Okay, we'll tease it for next time.
The real
How
story,
many people?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you. All right, let's talk story. We want to talk about a story. We're talking about. So listen, the funny thing is, so the other day I'm driving up. My buddy from college came down for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And my sister-in-law, who really wants the story told, was also coming. So she said, "Oh, is this a setup?" And I'm like, "No, Fiona, because he's fucking a college graduate and doesn't have a criminal history, right? So you guys won't hit it off." So what Joseph's saying.
So he's ineligible for you right there.
Right. So what Joseph's fucking saying is, there's a dude that was introduced to the family, multiple personality guy, supposedly. And I actually met him the night my wife and I first hung out. Her sister hung out with this dude. And he was telling me how he was do you want me to go into all this? All of it. We're doing it?
Go for it.
All right, we're doing it. Daniel, you're going to have to do some editing because this is going to be two stories. So,
first, you got to say where you and your wife met and that you thought she had 22 kids and all the rest. Kind of give a little background there.
So we're going all there. We're doing it all tonight.
Do it all.
All right, bro. So, Daniel, you got to do some fucking editing, bro. You're going to be the editor. So, anyway, I met my wife. So, how I met my wife is through some DEA guys. So, my mentor.
Hold on. Before you start, let me stop you real quick. Now, I got to tell my little piece of this, and then I'm going to jump you back in. So,
I'm 55. I might need to piss at some point, just so you guys know. You got to pause. Anyway, go ahead.
So what you have to understand is that my brother
That's
we
me.
and that's a whole other thing. We have we have several lives with each other. We have our childhood, then he goes to DEA Academy, I go to college, and we grew up in Texas where we knew each other, but we reconvene as adults in Portland, Oregon. He comes out of DEA school, I come out of college, we reconvene. That's a different story. We'll tell that at a different time. But when he came out of DEA school, he was very buttoned up. He was very G.I. Joe College. He was very,
Am I not now?
No, you're not that
No.
now. But he would go to bed at 9:00 because he had to be at work, and I mean, now his work was very dangerous, kicking in doors, taking down drug dealers. I mean, he was a full-fledged agent. He wasn't on the sidelines; he was on the front lines. But at the time, I was a little buck wild. Surprise, surprise. And I would try to get him like, "Hey, Lou, let's go hang." And during the week, he was very persona non grata. He cooked whole meals. He cooked the best meals, and he ate
we're going to talk about that.
We'll talk about that later.
We're going to talk
he
about
was
that.
He was very buttoned up. He would never go out on a school night. He would never. He would never go on a school night. But he met this. He got mentored. That's the word I'm looking for. By this older agent, and this older agent was basically like, kid. And he kind of talked like that. He was like, what you would really like in the movies. He was like, kid, basically get over yourself, you young whippersnapper, you all-American doing everything by the book, making sure your pencils are sharpened and shit. He's like, you're coming out with me to the bar. And then my buddy here started calling me from the bar. And I'm like, what do you mean you're at the bar? It's like 8:30. Like you should be in bed. So I want to let you know, this is who he was at that time. Very buttoned up, very Joe College, straight out of Quantico. And now start with the wife.
I'm not sure where I would start.
You're starting how you met your wife and where you met her.
So I met my wife. All right. So
you got Joe College sitting there, like feeling guilty about being out, but he's gotten over it because the older agent told him it was okay to,
I wasn't. So I met my wife at the bar, right? So my wife's come from a big family, and that's part of my, like I said, part of my stress. God damn it, Jack. Hold on for a minute. I got a dumbass dog that just.
Unpause. Okay, go ahead.
All right, we're good now.
All right, record resume. So I met my wife at the bar. So
you want to give him a plug? Give him a plug.
Give who a plug?
The bar.
Hart Road
and Beaverton, Oregon.
Hart Road Pizza. So I met my wife
Beaverton,
there.
Oregon.
That's where me and my buddies would go. And not even my buddies. It was this mentor,
right,
who took me in because I was the way I was. He didn't take. There was a lot of young agents that he didn't take in, but he took me in. So we did. We went there. He was so he's a baseball coach of my wife's sister's kids, right? So we're there one night, and like I said, Daniel, I saw my wife's legs, and I'm like, not only was she a good-looking woman, but her legs, bro, sold.
Okay, I'm gonna pause you right there. Stay right there for a second. So, of course, you're hearing guy shit. Oh, beautiful legs, nice-looking woman, blah 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 blah.
That's dad's talking shit, bro.
Hold on, I'm not done talking shit. This is talking shit moment. This is where people tune in to an hour and 8 minutes and 49 seconds to hear some real shit talking. Now, what you don't understand,
episodes, right?
What he hasn't told you is that when he came to Portland, he started in the office with he just mentioned other new agents. Now,
I was a baby.
Lou's not a very big guy. He's about 5'10" at the time. What about $170, $180, if that, $165, somewhere around there. Now,
I wish I was a $165.
This other gentleman who we're going to get on the show at some point in time. This other gentleman who we're going to get on the show at this one point in time was straight out of the Air Force Academy to the Air Force Special Forces kind of thing. think of him. We'll nickname him Bam Bam. We end up calling him actually Blockhead. That was that. We'll call him by his actual nickname, Blockhead.
Oh, but he had nothing to
This
do
dude
with
was like
Sarah.
6'5", all American, chiseled, strong jaw. I mean, he was like the white man's white man. Like,
Was he
what
not
Hitler,
the strongest motherfucker though?
what Hitler had in
He
mind was this.
carried your fucking dishwasher up a flight of stairs by himself.
This dude
Right?
was he was with every on every romance novel what the dude looks like. Him and Lou started the same day.
No. I'm going to disagree with
Hold
that.
on a minute. Him and Lou started the same day at the office. Now we'll get to Lou and the bald head at a different time because that's a funny story too. I have a bald head. He has a bald head for a reason. But there's we'll get to that. But when Lou got to the office with this other all-American chiseled linebacker looking guy, everybody in the office, all the older people, if you had a daughter, a granddaughter,
Here we go.
Everybody was throwing their daughter at Lou. Nobody was looking at the all-American Bam Bam looking dude.
No, it wasn't Bam Bam. Who was he?
Blockhead. Blockhead. Yeah, we nicknamed him Blockhead, even though he was the original Blockhead. because Nebby came along. One of my dogs came along, was Blockhead. He was the original. But and that used to make me so angry because here I'm in a fresh city. I'm out here having to do it all on my own. I'm out here trying to slay dragons out every night doing the damn thing. And this guy's got more shit thrown at him by everybody in the office. And you know what this fucker had the nerve to tell me all those times? And I'd be like, what about so-and-so? What about that girl with it? He's like, yeah, I looked at her. I wasn't.
Here we go. I'm not moved.
Thing was, I wasn't
I'm
moved.
not moved.
I'm not
here we
moved.
go.
I'm not moved. And the other dude, all-American guy, couldn't get laid in the whorehouse with a sack full of hundreds because nobody was throwing nothing his way. All the pussy was coming his way. Excuse my French. And he wasn't moved. And I'm like, what is this move shit you're talking about? I'm like, I couldn't understand the concept. I'm like, she's hot. She's there. She's available. She's looking at your dumb ass.
It's not that I didn't have that shit. But
I was questioning, like, I know we haven't seen each other in a few years. Is there something you need to tell me? You and your dog all up in this little apartment by yourselves? So when it gets down to heart, is the missus there?
She just came in the door. But she don't want to be part of this.
Let her come on and say hello.
She don't want to say hello.
My sister will say hello to me.
You want to say hello, Sarah?
Say hello to your brother.
Come on, come say hello.
We're talking about your love story, Sarah. We're talking about Heart Road. We're talking about Heart Road and Lou being moved.
Come on, there she is.
There she is.
Hey!
Miss America. Hello, Miss Sarah.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Hey, beautiful. How are you?
I'm good.
The crazy thing
I
is,
just went shopping, which I hate, but I actually did good tonight.
The crazy thing is, I always said Sarah kind of looks like Lou's mom.
Oh, stop.
That's why he was in love with her from the beginning. More childhood shit, more childhood demons. You got to put
anyway.
Yeah. So he calls me one night telling me how from the bar, and he wakes me up. And he's a little, and of course I'm pissed off because he won't go out with me, but he goes out with O'Connor.
Bullshit. Have you not woken me up with your bullshit?
Well, at this time,
we'll
not
talk
that
about the DUI
he wakes me up
thing.
and he's like, Joseph, guess what? And I'm like, what? I've been moved. And I'm like, fuck you. I'm going back to sleep.
And everybody just saw who was I moved by right there.
Right there. So, okay.
So,
yes, she to answer your question, yes, she has nice legs.
Joseph. That's what I've been moved. I was moved.
So, yes, you're right. Your wife has nice legs. Go forward.
Go forward? What are you talking about?
You were telling a story. I was just giving the backstory for it.
I don't even know. Just like 30 minutes ago. I can't even.
So you're at the bar. You meet your wife. She's got nice legs, but you're told she's got 27 kids.
Yeah, that's it. Right. So my mentor, who I love to fucking death. Right. So
shout out to him, by the way. He's a good man.
He's the best man. Right.
Yeah.
So he tells me, yeah, but I think she's got 10 kids, and I'm like, wow. Like I got 2 dogs. That's all I know is dog. Like, I got 2 dogs. I don't got fucking 10 kids.
No, at that time you only had Jordan.
No, I had Baron.
No, you got Baron. Oh, wait, yes, you're right.
No, when I met Sarah, I had Baron by then.
That's right, because I wasn't sure it was a good Baron. Yeah, I remember. You had 2 dogs. Yep.
So, so one day at the bar, I approached my wife, and I'm like, you know.
The gravitational pull still pulled you over there, even though you thought she had 10
and I'm
kids.
like, do you have 10 kids? And she's like, oh, no, that's my sister. I was like,
oh, thank
God. Like, thank God. Because, dude, that wasn't in my 100-year plan. Though I have a great fucking stepson and my own son now.
Who she was going to introduce me to before she was going to introduce him because she had more confidence in me. But go ahead.
No, you tell that story, bro.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead with what?
Keep going with you're going.
I'm not doing anything.
I don't know. We started on this whole tribe for a reason about meeting your wife. Daniel, why did we start this conversation?
No, just because how it was. And we were talking about Blockhead. And, you know, I'll kind of bring it around a little bit because Joseph and I, you know, obviously we had our childhood, right? That was there. And that's why Sarah wanted to give us a fucking outline. And my Sarah said, oh, that poor girl, she doesn't even know what she's in for because those 2 boys ain't going to follow no fucking outline tonight.
I forgot to check my email to see if she sent this one.
I did. She didn't send it.
Okay, shame on her then.
So anyway, Joseph we had this childhood, and then we had this block of space that didn't kind of exist. But my mom and his mom stayed super tight, close.
Yeah.
Right. So then I go through what I went through, and I got crazy stories to tell in between. But then I went to the DA Academy, and I picked Portland. Got Portland. Joseph was living in Portland. It was like, oh, and my mom's like, oh, Joseph's living in Portland. And it was like within 2 days of me landing, like my dad and I drove there. My dad left. And
the backstory is
fucking partying.
Lou's mom called my mom and was like, listen, because I only been in Portland maybe a month or so before you got there. Huh?
Is this going to be a good show?
Oh, I don't know. We'll figure that out. But we'll still put it up. People can listen to it or not. But the thing is that that's why we need to learn how to do clips. So we can just there's snippets of genius in here, but we just have to cut out all the minutia. But his mom called my mom and was like, basically, listen, my son's an introvert. I'm afraid he's going to sit in his apartment with his dog and just go to work and come home with his dog. Your son's a loudmouth.
Joseph's fucking banter.
From what I remember, no, this is what my mother told me. From what I remember, your son more of a loudmouth, and I want to see if the boys can reconnect as adults and see if they can still be friends like they were as kids. So,
do I seem like an introvert, Daniel?
Well, now this is different. You're different now than you were then. Again, you were special agent, Mr. Buttoned Up at that point, and you liked his house all dark and shit. But so the crazy thing is I talk about my 2 best friends. He's one of them. My other one is in the Marines. So the weekend that we reconnect with each other, my best friend was in the military. My other best friend was in the military, and he wanted to escape the military. So he comes out to Portland to visit me to go cause trouble. Well, that poor bastard picks the weekend that's called Fleet Week in Portland. And that's where like 8 or so naval carriers float their asses in to Portland, and every hooker in a bazillion square miles all flood to Portland to get these dudes off the naval ship. So the whole city is taken over by the Navy. So he comes in to avoid the military, and he comes in when the whole Navy happens to be there. So every place you go in the whole city of Portland is just all the bars, all the clubs, everything is just
packed. Fucking crazy pack.
I mean, you can't move like belly to belly, you know, ass to dick. Everywhere you go in line is just, you're just slammed up sardine style next to people. So I haven't seen Lou in, was it with 13 years or so at that point?
A long fucking time.
It was a long time. I mean, like a life, like a generation had gone by. People had a chance to be born and become teenagers since we had seen each other since kids. So I'm like, hey, come down and meet us at the bar. And because I'd never experienced Fleet Week either.
What are you drinking?
I'm brand new. Huh?
What are you drinking?
I told you I'm having vodka and I had a little.
No, that ain't vodka. That's some Negro drink.
No, I'm telling you, I have these Mexican.
Right.
And I poured that in. So I'm drinking. I thought I had ginger beer, but I didn't. So I'm having this.
But what's the alcohol? Vodka?
No, I got vodka. Yeah.
That's what I'm asking you, bro.
I'm having a vodka drink, a vodka mixed drink. What do you want? Why are you busting my balls here? I'm drinking vodka.
Anyway, go with your story.
So we're down and again, I wasn't always this nice guy, Daniel. I wasn't. You know me as married me. You don't know me as single me.
When you listen, can I take a time out here?
Go ahead.
For a minute. What you don't know him is as gin.
Oh, come on. We don't have to go there.
He's the biggest fucking asshole when
we don't have to go there. We don't have to go there. Well, that's a different story. Let's not get
sidetracked. Go ahead, bro.
So we're down at the club. My other best friend and I are down at the club.
Can I go get some more whiskey while you guys talk your shit?
Yeah, go ahead. You know the story.
So you tell a story. I'm going to get more whiskey.
I'm telling them like you know it. I ain't got to tell you what you know. You were there. So he comes down to meet us. Now my other buddy and I, we play really well off of each other. Well, we got a couple Blazer cheerleaders that we're, it's on cracking. Like we're out there,
you're partying,
putting on the dance floor, like getting it in, right? These Blazer cheerleaders. And because
what the fuck you talking? There's no Blazer cheerleaders.
There were Blazer cheerleaders.
Oh God.
So this dude comes in. I ain't seen him in 13, 15 years, whatever it was. He comes walking all in, looking all official, and he's wearing a fanny pack. And I'm like, who the fuck wears a fanny pack? I mean, now fanny packs at one time were popular, but
back in
this
the 80s.
wasn't that time. We're out of that stage. I'm like, that's like 5 years ago. Now you probably don't even know what a fanny pack is, Daniel. Google it. This is so you can look it up. No,
wife has one.
Huh?
My wife has one, I think.
Oh yeah, women still wear them because especially if you have babies and stuff, they're very handy.
Oh yeah.
But at the time, different people would wear them, and so he's wearing his fanny pack, and I'm like, oh my God, I haven't seen this guy in like 13, 15 years, but like he can't be that uncool. Like, what are you doing with this fanny pack? So of course I ask him, like, what's with the fanny pack? And he's like, got my gun in there. I'm like, your gun? And I'm like, what kind of gun? And he's like, what?
Here he goes.
9mm Beretta. And
no,
I'm like,
9mm. Get the fuck.
What was it? What was it?
Desert Eagle.
What was it?
It was a 40 caliber Glock. So Joseph fucking loves to tell a story. Listen,
but hold on, the fucker did not have a safety. It was a gun.
Glocks don't have a safety. Everybody fucking knows that, bro.
Well, I didn't know that. Only thing I know is I said you got to get the fuck out of here because it's bumper to bumper, bumper, bumper. Because I'm like, what did I tell your ass at that time? I'm like, because in every movie, it's the black best friend that gets shot first.
So let's have another conversation, bro.
So I'm like, you gotta go. We gotta catch up some other time because I got a Blazer dancer shaking her ass off in my shit, and you're walking around with no safety.
Fast forward this conversation, Daniel. I hope you can fucking edit. I think you could probably make 2 episodes.
There's at least
right?
3 episodes.
Can you or 3? So I'm gonna fucking tell you another fucking story with this little shitty motherfucker with his big smile and his white teeth. So, did he ever tell you when he got his DUI?
Oh, come on.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
My DUI?
Huh?
You got one?
No.
No, I got DUI.
So
it was my fault. It was the problem again. I was leaving Lake No Negro
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, I was
So
leaving.
he calls me.
No, there was a fight at the bar. I was with 3 bitches and about to do what we gonna do. And then get a fight at the bar. We have to be pushed outside, run downstairs.
Listen,
And
I'm not even gonna go there. That's
I
another
left
story.
early, and I was in
That's
Lake
another
Little
story.
Negro. If you know Portland area, you know it's called Lake Oswego. They wouldn't sell. I think Clyde Drexler had to sue the city to be able to buy a house in this neighborhood.
Here we go.
So I had to be caught the wrong. I was racially profiled.
Were you? Or were you drinking?
Because the guy was saying I was speeding, but there was a car in between us. How can I be caught speeding when there was a car in between us?
Let me ask you this.
It wasn't speeding.
Let me ask this. Were you drinking?
Well, I mean, he had me, but the cop ended up coming to the courthouse.
Did you drink?
And
Bro,
we got to know each other, and he was like,
listen,
"If I knew you were
I'm
this
gonna tell you
cool, I
this.
wouldn't have pulled you over and drove you home." I'm like, "Yeah, now you tell me."
Story. We could tell this
now
story.
you tell me, but that's
It's
a different time.
But at that particular time, he also had this fucking friend Nick.
I'm still friends with Nick. What up, Nick?
You are?
I still talk to Nick here and there. I mean, once every couple of years.
Will he be on this podcast? Because I really want to say Nick.
I should bring him on because he's lived a lot of lives too. But
Nick.
Maybe not. Probably not. Keep going.
So anyway, my brother calls me in the middle of the night. I was probably just got home from the bar that night.
No, you didn't. You were out on a bust or something. You weren't at the bar. You were at a bust. That's what took me so long to get a hold of you. You came in and I think you got a message from me. It was like, I'm here at the come get me.
Yeah,
Nick
he's like,
they
didn't read me my rights. And I'm like, they don't fucking need to. Like, they don't need to read your rights. They just throw your ass in jail. So the funny fucking part about it is the next day he calls me. Because who gets to go pick him up?
The only person I knew that had a car.
Listen, here's what I'm saying. I want to, like, there's, because his friend Sarah wanted to try to keep us on this kind of track. And my wife, Sarah, said, oh, that poor girl doesn't know what she's in for. You cannot keep those two on track, right? So our childhood is fucking great. It's fun. Me and Shirley, but when I got to DEA and I got to Portland, that's when him and I really, that's when our relationship got like thick as thieves, right?
I don't know. I mean, as kids, because we went through so much. I mean,
see,
we're skipping over like your dad's Easy Rider period. I mean, we kind of went straight to the divorce, but I mean, there was a lot that happened in between that. Like I said, Lou's dad's very interesting, and so I mean, every part of our story is very significant, but it all led up to our adulthood. You're correct there.
Yeah, and then we got it at this point in time, and we'll go back and talk about other shit. But when we hit at that Fleet Week,
oh yeah,
that's when our relationship like really fucking went off the charts. That's when him and I really.
Well, that was our second chapter.
Yeah, reinvigorated our relationship.
It's like we never had been apart. It was like we never been apart.
Never.
Yeah, I mean,
never.
It was just like we just picked straight back up, and it's like I hadn't seen him in a week. More like instead of like 13 to 15 years.
It was fucking awesome.
It was like we got back from vacation. It was like, all right, let's go hang out again.
Like how lucky is that, right? How lucky is that? Yeah. He had to watch my dog. That's a whole nother fucking funny story because. So, we always use joke like Jordan. Jordan was my other Doberman that I had that time. He's like, oh, you named that to me.
She was your second. So there was Sus, the childhood,
and Jordan
counselor.
was the second.
Jordan was the second. Yeah. So at this time, he's in love with the breed of Doberman, so he gets a second Doberman.
Yes. And I had to go to a fucking. This is the funniest. You're gonna have to edit this, bro, to 100 degrees. This could be 3 episodes. So Joseph, so I had to go to this informant
conference.
And Joseph, listen, I even said this when I did his best man shit, right? Like that motherfucker would come over to my house, right?
I would. I had a key to his house.
He had a key to my house. And what I loved about it is that I know Jordan was going to be totally taken care of.
Oh, for sure.
Walked.
Yeah,
Loved.
because I I always had. I mean,
But
I
he
was
always
always.
ate my shit. Always ate
I was
my
I was like
fucking
kind of
food.
an executive salesperson, so I could come and go as I pleased, and I was out like with clients and expense accounts, and I was living the life at the time. I was living very well.
Yeah.
I wish my wife could have met me then. She'd have really liked me. But when I was top of the world, written up in the what's the Portland newspaper there, the big one, like when they write you up like top 30 under 30, I was one of those type of people. So, but
Yes.
yeah, but like I told you, this dude would cook like really good, like whole meals. So I would come
I
over, I'd
cook
walk
good
his dog
food.
during the day, I'd take a shower, I'd take a nap. His dog and I would, Jordan and I would cuddle up. We'd be because his house was down the street from my office. So if I was hungry and didn't want to spend any money, like eating out or something, I'd go eat at his house. So I'd save my money for the bar that night.
Yeah, so I didn't have fucking food that night to eat.
So he'd come home thinking he had leftovers. And
You
I'd
ate
already come
leftovers.
to the kitchen out and drank a beer and hung out, take a shower, hang out with the dog.
But the great thing is that he took care of my dog. Like I knew.
Yeah, I did take care
It
of
pissed
Jordan.
me
And I
off,
were,
but
we were
I
buddies.
knew that Jordan. Like the funny thing is, Jordan was my girl, and I knew that whatever the fuck this dude was eating and shit, I knew my dog was getting the best intentions, attentions.
We'd hang out.
She was awesome.
You
That's
pampered.
the best dog, right? So
Oh, she
anyway. We did that shit.
So he had to go off on this conference. Well, the thing too about this time, you have to remember when I first moved out to Portland, it was a very rushed thing. So I had to hurry up and get out there.
Me too.
And I had 3 dogs of my own. So, but it's a long story, but I had a partnership with this guy in Idaho, this kennel thing. So I sent my dogs there because when I was first moving to Portland, I didn't know anyone, had no connections. I had one frat brother that lived out there. I called him and said, "Hey, can I stay with you?" He was like, "No, you cannot." And he says, "But I know this girl from high school. I'll introduce you to her. She's got a house." Well, when I was moving out there, in between the time that I was leaving Missoula, moving to Portland, her uncle sold the house from under her, and she had to get an apartment. And so here I'm having no place to stay. Got the dogs, had a full house. I had a, kind of a big life in college because I had a really good job. And so she was kind enough because she knew that I was coming that she ended up getting a 2-bedroom apartment, but you couldn't have any animals. Not like she would want my Rottweiler and 2 pit bulls I had. So I had to ship them off to my buddies until I was able to get into my own place. And so when Lou approached me about watching his dogs, it was like, I love dogs. I'm great with dogs. And,
No, that was one dog at that time.
and yeah, it was just Jordan at that
Just
time.
Jordo.
Right.
Right.
Right. And
So
so
you
go
tell
ahead,
that
Lou.
story. Is that the
No,
fucking funny story? You already tell it?
No, yeah, you go ahead. That's what
To
you were
you.
about to tell.
I'll pass it on to you. So
So
so Jordan was my second Dobie. She was the fucking love. Like the
best.
most affectionate dog. But she has some quirks, right? That's what I was saying earlier about this
Ace.
motherfucker that wants to be
Jack.
covered. So Jordan would like to be fucking undercovers. She would get out and then she'd fucking bark. So
How much
Joseph
did
one
Jordan weigh?
time,
She was what, about 115?
Jordan was probably for a female, she was probably 90. She was big.
Okay.
She was a big girl. So I always had Dobermans. I love my Dobermans. I'll never not have them. So I had to go to this training, and I said, Joseph, can you fucking hang out at my house and sleep there and take care of Jordan? He's like, yeah. I'm like, Jordan's a little. She's got some fucking quirks.
She got some quirks.
And Joseph's like, I know dogs. I'm like, no. So what Jordan would like to fucking do, sleep under the covers, get off the covers, and then get in your fucking face to get back under the covers, and then get out of the covers, and then get in your fucking face, right? Like Joseph's like, this fucking dog.
Well, no, because it wasn't just that. So you'd be totally asleep, peaceful. She's right next to you under the covers. She gets up out of the covers, and she's a kid. She's a 90-pound Doberman. I mean, they got legs, they got body. She's a big girl. She'd get off the bed, and she'd come over and she'd talk to you.
She would. Exactly right. She would talk.
And then if you ignore her, she hits you. You know how Doberman's got them long ass snouts, and she'd spear you with that cold ass wet nose. That cold ass wet nose, like, pay attention to me, motherfucker. I'm talking to you. And so you try to ignore it, she'd be like, "Arr!" And so then you just eventually you get pissed off. You just open the covers back up. She come and go right back to the spot she was at. Right. Now do that 3 to 4 times a night and see how you feel about it.
That's what I said to him.
You wake up the next morning like a crack baby, like, you know,
that's what
like I haven't slept all night. I'm pissed off.
Dogs.
But you can't be mad at a dog that's sitting there like, I just want to love you. She look at you in the morning like, hey, how are you? It's great. Let's go on a walk. I'm going to go take a piss. I'm going to take a shit. We're going to have fun. We're going to have breakfast. We're going to hang out. I'm going to give you some levies. You'll go to work, and I'll see you at lunch. But you're like, I haven't slept all night.
Right? Special dog.
Yeah, she's amazing. I miss Jordo.
And with Nebby, they were fucking asshole buddies.
So Nebby was my... So, well, it's a long story, but... I had 3 dogs that were rated on me, but I had a mentor.
Daniel, you got to cut this on. This is going to be like 5 fucking episodes.
Yeah, Daniel's going to have to learn his money here. He's going to have to slice this up.
He is.
Yeah.
So go, bro.
So Lou and I had this partnership with the guy out of South Carolina, and so he would send me like world-class quality dogs. And so Lou and I drive down to Portland International Airport to the private jet hangar area to go pick up my puppy. And so we go there and we're in this complete hangar by ourselves to get this dog where they bring him off the plane or what have you. And so we go and we open up the cage and this little fucker just takes off like, you ain't gonna catch me. I'm out of here. Like, and he like shoots between our legs and here. I mean, it's just a little thing, like, you know, no bigger than that. And Lou and I are chasing him down in this private hangar. And so, of course, like I said, I was a little buck wild at the time. So on the weekends, when I'd be out doing my dirt, I'd send my dog over to his Uncle Lou's.
I had him all the time. I had Nebby all the fuck.
Well, pretty much every weekend, yeah. And so he'd go over there and hang out with Jordan and Lou while I was out doing debauchery. And
Nebby and fucking Jordan were fucking asshole buddies till I got fucking.
They were very, very, very close.
They fucking loved each other.
Yep, they did.
And there would never be a problem with those two.
No,
but then awesome. I got fucking Baron.
All right, so since we've been going over an hour, let's wrap this up. So we're gonna tease you we'll tease you for the next time. Next time when we come on,
what do we want to tease?
I'm gonna tell you right now. For the SPA Army, we're gonna talk about some of the things that make this man. I mean, you found out what made him special to me as a human being, but the next time we come on with Friends, Friday with Friends. There we go. That's the way I was looking for. We are going to talk about some of his career as a special agent in the DEA and how he took down a cartel. But I think our next story will have to be the time he was called by a literal SWAT team to come talk a man off the bell tower with a high-powered gun, trying to shoot up the place, and where the hostage negotiator did not work, and they needed somebody else to help. So next time, with 2 dads talking shit on Friends on
a lot of shit.
Fridays,
a lot of shit.
we will talk about some of the things that make this man special and some of the funny stories and what it's like to be a special agent in the Drug Enforcement Agency.
Administration.
There you
Administration.
go. Administration. Well,
Listen,
I didn't go to Quantico. I went to the University
let
of
me
Montana.
cut some shit out because I want to talk to both of you guys. Can we
All right, so stop the recording.
end it and talk to you guys, both of you?
Hold on one sec.